Hello guys, a bit of a funny one today. It was all kind of going very swimmingly with a large multi-drop this morning. That was lovely. Then I was supposed to pick up a bed from Nor Ashley's only to find out that the woman hadn't actually bought it, which kind of put the kibosh on that one really. Then I was due to go and visit a friend of mine, my mate Big Dave. If anyone's read the book, you'll know all about Big Dave. He's a superhero friend of mine who's kind of at the end of a very long stretch, and lovely fellow though. And in fact, there's a video about him on the old Market Trader days. But then his car went funny, so I couldn't go and see him. And then I had this pick up at the very end of the day, moving from St Albans till Emtil, table and chairs. But it couldn't be picked up till 5, 6 o'clock because the geezer's at work. So that you get this big gap in the middle of the day. And I don't know what to do. So bearing in mind the fact that I finished up in Milton Keynes on my multi-drop, I went home and cut the hedge. Yeah, there you go. Interesting things to do. Right, Craig Bonza, I wrote it down, funny, sorry about that, asked me about where to fill up and how to do the fuel, and he said, I've noticed motorways are very expensive. Now, this is really weird, because I've just got myself some fuel cards, but we'll start with the basic thing. I think I should find them somewhere, sure. Right, normally what I would recommend is, and the way that I started as well, was you fill up at supermarkets, because supermarkets always tend to be the cheapest, particularly Asda's. All the others are 127.9, it'll be 127.7. If not Sainsbury's, Tesco's, Morrison's, all that mob are cheap. And I was always scared of fuel cards, because I always thought what I'm going to do is I'm going to clock up a great big bill over the space of about a month, and then I'm going to need the money to pay bills, and then the bill's going to come in for the fuel card, and I won't have the money to pay the bill for the fuel card. Whereas if I knew if you do the supermarket thing, it was going to hit my bank 1-2 days later, so I couldn't, I couldn't nick it back. And the other thing about if you do supermarkets, which I've said before is a little hint. There's another video how to get a tank of petrol for £1. If you know you're going to get paid like the next day or in a couple of days' time, you can, or if you haven't got that much money left in your account, but you know there's dough coming in, you can go into like Tesco's or Sainsbury's, put your card in on those automatic cardy pump things, and then you can fill up your tank, but it only takes £1 out of your account. And then a day or two's time, it takes the proper amount of money out of your account, which if the money's in there, no problem. So that's why I always used to say, a few people have told me that the fuel that comes out of supermarkets isn't as clever, hasn't got the right cleaning additives in, it's a cheaper diesel. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. There's no way of really telling, is there? Because it might mean that your van does an extra 20,000 miles less. But how are you gonna odds that? How can you actually physically work that one out? Anyway, then we got the kind of the firm thing up and running, and then I thought, well, I'm gonna get myself a fuel card now. So, and it coincided with a guy ringing me. He cold called me and he said, do you want these fuel cards? And I kind of went, all right, well, let's see how it goes. So there are different ones that you can use. Now, my mate, Simple Brian, he uses one that you can only use in supermarkets, and it gets you cheaper and it gets you the points. But we've ended up with these ones. These are UK Fuels. Says it on the back there. UK Fuels, like that one. And they also send you through one of these. This is the BP card, and the way it works with this mob is they tell you how much the diesel's going to be at the beginning of the week. So say for example, that stopped it. Has that not stopped it? No, that hasn't stopped it. I think we're still running. So say for example, I'm going to decline that. Hold on, so I've got a call coming. I have to call him back in a minute. We're still running. Right. So say for example, at the beginning of the week, it turns around and it says your fuel is going to be £1.04. So that means if you fill up with these cards or this card, it's £1.04. Well, of course it's not £1.04, it's £1.04 plus VAT. They might be going to where I've got to pick the table from. Sorry, some people just walked past. It's £1.04 plus VAT. But then they have what they call bunker and non-bunker stations. So if you go to one of their ones, like on the UK Fuel one, you use an apple green. Or if you go to BP and you use what they call a bunker station, it's 3p cheaper than if you use a non-bunker station. If you go to a non-bunker station, he said that a supermarket's a non-bunker station. So if you use your UK Fuel, that one there, and you use it in Tesco's, it's not £1.04, it's £1.07 plus VAT, because the supermarket's charging more money. And with the BP ones, that one, If you go to a normal BP station, like the one round the corner from your house that's got like the mini supermarket, all of that involved, that's going to be £1.7. It's non-bunker. But if you stop at a motorway service station, £1.4. Which, I've got to be honest with you, utterly freaked me out at first, because I'm petrified of service stations. I'm going in there and I'm filling in and it says £1.55 a litre and I'm going, how much? But of course you fill it up and then when you get the bill through, it's not £1.55 a litre. You've just paid £1.25 a litre, which is a massive advantage, because if I'm going up and down the motorway, which I try and do a fair bit to try and get me dough out of things, and it's so easy. You can put in. You don't have to go round the houses and turn off here and get round there and go around the estate. It's just on the motorway, pull over, fill up the fuel, back on the motorway. So these are working out for me. But as usual, like I say, if not, the Tesco's trick works well, because you can get it from Tesco, Sainsbury's, Morrison's are cheap. And if you want to go down Simple Brian's way, there are other fuel cards out there. But I've gone with UK Fuels, which is that one and that one. And I've done a special pop-up as usual. This one's coming in from the side. You know what's coming because I've done it before. There you go. I'll get that on the camera. That's it there. Look. The geezer's just turned up. I reckon I can get my table. So if you want to give them a bell or give them a that sort of texty thing, fire away. I haven't got any money out of them yet, but trust me, I'm learning. I had my first day with adverts. I made 42 cents. Which I think it's about 30p. I'm not going to be booking the Caribbean cruise yet, but I'm working on it, and in the meantime, hopefully the stuff I say is helpful, and I am now going to go and see if I can grab a table off these guys, so I can get done, get home at a reasonable time. In the meantime, take care, take money. Bye, guys.